Hi there, Leo. It is Blue Lucy here with your mid-July 2025 tarot cast. And I'm gonna let this be also for the beginning of August too, because time is going by so fast. All right, so I'm gonna start with some love oracle cards and just get the themes that we can see for you coming out in the next few weeks, okay? And maybe already coming out. So already we have empower. Empower. So you are going to be in the driver's seat. Individuality. Okay, wonderful. This is coming out for some other signs too. Individuality, being who you are, empowering yourself and others. And we have fulfillment here, which I'm just going to cover up a little bit. I see a mother feeding a child. Fulfillment. Okay. So we're gonna start with those, and I'm gonna pull some tarot cards to go with them. But this is beautiful energy. So we see you, we'll do like this. Empowering yourselves and others to be who you really are. Let your true colors shine, your authenticity, because what you have to bring to the table is valuable and it's what's needed. So really doing what you can to let your inner light shine, okay? Because this will bring a certain amount of fulfillment in your life. So that's the key right away. So let's pull some tarot with that. Oh, these ones wanted to come out already. Well, this is a stack. I'm gonna take the top. 6 of Pentacles. And the bottom is the 8 of Cups. So it could be you're walking away from things that are not as fulfilling for you, things that aren't quite doing the trick. And you're moving toward an energy that is more reciprocal, more give and take. Okay, 6 of Pentacles can be generosity, and certainly with empower, okay, we see that. So being generous of spirit, right there. And in between that, we have, why not? We have the Cloud, Sunrise, and 7 of Pentacles. So I'm just gonna keep this energy in mind. I feel like I need to switch this here. Sometimes the video, it shows up reversed order. So I wanna make sure I wanna get this in the right order. 7 of Pentacles is having a certain amount of patience for the seeds that you've sown, okay? Goals that you're working towards take time to build. But what you are working towards, it brings like a dawn of a new day, fulfillment. And the Cloud, like the sun in the clouds. The cloud, okay, for me the cloud means a few things. We have the cloud, like we know the cloud for computer, internet purposes, stores information, right? So you could be really working towards like a library, a metaphorical library of your talents, of your efforts, things that you can draw on, things that you've worked for, your knowledge that you've learned and gained up until this point, you can really pull from and apply to the task at hand, to the situation at hand. And also it could be like sometimes clouds show up on a sunny day for us, but you know what, you can choose to make pictures out of them, okay? It's in our outlook. It's in the outlook. And sunrise really is, so if we sandwich this in between the 6 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups here, you're walking towards growth. You're walking towards growth and I'm seeing a resume being built, okay, as another image, as another metaphor. And all of this is going to bring something more equal and satisfying. So you will be able to perhaps give more of your resources in the future because you'll have more. And resources, yes, can refer to money and physical things, but they also refer to our spirit, to our emotional things, to our emotional life, I guess you could say. Okay, so I'm just going to set that over here. And let's keep going. So what else is there for Leo? We have 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so Leo, this is very, Pentacles are very practical energies. Okay, it's like your home, your health, your work, your projects, your career, tangible things that we work for, material successes. So we see you really working towards something here, and that's the second 8 we've sat down. So it really kind of working towards a certain sense of stability. Stability, mastering a craft, becoming really good at something. What are you working towards? 10 of Cups. All right, some type of fulfillment, something something that you, again, can draw from and rely on. And the thing about the cups here is they're above this rainbow overhead. So, and look at that little happy family. Look at all that happiness and resources. But it's almost like we want to bring the cups down to earth here. But either way, you're working on something that can bring you emotional fulfillment, something that you'll have and can count on. Stability. Stability. And the ways to do this is by empowering, really drawing on what makes you you. Okay, what are your strengths? So really playing up to your strengths here. We have the High Priestess coming out. With Temperance. And the Lovers. With the Ace of Wands and 6 of Swords between. Okay, this is really similar energy to 8 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles there. So the High Priestess requires a certain amount of intuition. So you're really kind of following your gut on this. And also, again, really playing up to your strengths. And you might be keeping some of this under wraps. Whatever it is you're working towards, you might kind of not be talking about it too much, but really instead focusing on the task at hand, which is really good because sometimes it matters who we tell our plans to, okay? It can either help us or it can muddy the waters a little bit. So you are kind of following your instincts on this, which is really good and recommended. You're balancing things, you're working on balancing things out. And isn't life a balance act, right? So, Ace of Wands, 6 of Swords. Ready for some kind of new thing in your life. Ace of Wands is, excuse me, kind of like a match, a spark, and it's a creative spark. And with the 6 of Swords, looking at this spark, again, individuality, okay? Empowering that. That's really backing these themes up here. It's going to bring you to a choice with the Lovers here. So you have the Lovers. A lot of people like to read this card differently. Back in the day, it was called the Choice. It is called the Lovers now, so I do think that matters. And the Lovers, of course, represents a partnership, something fulfilling, but also in terms of choice and how it affects the people we care about most in our life. Okay, and the angel, I believe this is Angel Gabriel. And it really, it augurs back to the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve are making the choice to eat or not to eat, to be or not to be. We have the serpent and the burning bush. Okay, but in this case, I see it's a choice between how you show up. How are you showing up? And choosing to show up as your authentic self. So we have the snake in the fruit tree here, really embodying wisdom. And I'm gonna say in this sense, especially because we have the Ace of Wands here, choosing your passion, okay? What lights you up? Because that is, again, the key to fulfillment here. That's gonna take you towards your 10 of Cups, your emotional fulfillment. So what are some of the obstacles that you might be having? Certainly being yourself, since that's showing up here. Some of the obstacles, yeah, it might be finding you're happy. So maybe it's hard to be optimistic right now. Maybe you're feeling like you're in a place where it's hard to be yourself. It's hard to show up authentically, or you have to dim your light in a certain way. We have the Empress coming out with the Tower. So there's some, it looks like there might have been in your recent past some kind of event that kind of rocked your world a little bit, and maybe it took down your security a little bit, because the Empress really represents like things we're nourishing and creating. And with the 3 hairs in the middle of that, the 3 hair is a good omen. Like this is like nothing, there's no bad in this card at all. So what this tells me about this, whatever event this was that kind of knocked you off a bit, and it looked like it knocked you off a certain amount of stability, or maybe, you know, for some of you, this is a relationship, some of you it's a job, maybe you lost those things. But with this 3 hairs in the middle, this is actually a blessing in disguise, okay? So if it's been hard to see that perspective, maybe try it on a little bit. So, so see it, try to maybe see it in a way of like it's happening for your best good and your best interests. Okay, what is the advice going from that? What is the advice for Leo, the Magician? You get to start over. You get a clean slate. You get to write your story. And yes, already the advice is to empower your individuality. Okay, because that is the key to fulfillment. So now would be the time to get back in touch with yourself, with what's really important to you. What do you want to create in your life? What goals do you have? What would you like to see happen in the weeks and months ahead? You know, where do you want to be by this time next year? What else is the advice? Blue sky. Yeah. Blue sky, fly high. Try to, okay, don't even try it. Just look at your strengths right now, because you have a lot of them, Leo. You're Leo, okay? Leo is the sun, okay? Astrologically, the sun represents Leo. So you need to get your shine back, Leo. And I see that happening. You already are getting your shine back. But play to your strengths. And, you know, like maybe look at yourself in the mirror every morning and tell yourself how awesome you are and what you have going for you. Okay? Because you have a real chance to live your way into something. And this, you know, really does speak fulfillment to me. I mean, even the colors are similar here. Okay, I'm gonna get some animal cards to back this up a little bit. Ooh, skunk spirit, know your worth. Yeah, sometimes when we have tower moments, even if they are for our highest good, they can shake our foundation a little bit, and we can question what we have to bring to the table. But with skunk spirit here, know your worth. You know, skunks kind of get a bad rap because of their defense mechanism, but it saves their butt. It's a measure of protection. I love the skunk is sitting on top of a flower. That's so cute. I love skunks personally. Skunks are really wonderful. So know your worth. And your worth, you know, what sets you apart from other people is what makes you the most valuable. Okay, so we have skunk spirit speaking to that. We also have eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. So with the 3 hairs here, there is there is a divine plan in motion, okay? This whatever's going on here is I feel like it's being designed to help you become your best self, or to live your way into your own potential a little bit, okay? Eagle spirit has your back. And that's true with the 3 hairs. So I love when different decks start to support the reading, and that's really what we have coming out. Advice. Let's get an advice card again for you to back the advice up. Take the lead. This is very similar to Cancer's in certain ways. We got some individuality, and stag spirit came out for Cancer too. So maybe you have some Cancer placements, or Cancer. It's Cancer season right now for a few more days, maybe when, like, the 21st or something. So pretty soon, this is happening pretty soon. So we have advice, stag spirit, take the lead, and horse spirit, freedom is yours. And also feel free to read for your moon and rising signs too. So maybe some of you have Cancer placements. So yeah, advice is really show up for yourself, play to your strengths, take the lead, because that's the way you're going to find the most fulfillment. Okay, let's get a card to wrap this up here. So what is the culmination of this that we see starting to happen by the end of July and into August? Oh, this is wonderful. So we have 7 of Wands with the Star. And this, again, this is standing up for yourself. 7 of Wands, you're standing up for yourself. Some of you might have to defend yourself in certain ways against a certain kind of opposition, or whatever this Tower moment back here was. But now it's like standing back up, getting back up on your feet, getting back up on the horse. 7 of Wands with the Star. So this is healing happening, healing and hope and the promise of a new day. So if you're not starting to feel it yet, Leo, in the coming weeks, in like 3 or 4 weeks, you're gonna, as you start to stand up for yourself and take the lead, okay? And that, you know, because a lot of times in life, that's what we learn for ourselves. We really have to, we're here to learn things and accomplish our purpose. And that's up to us to know what that is and to go after it. So whatever it is you have to do to pick yourself up, empower yourself, okay? Stop beating yourself up for things, okay? And know that what you have to offer is worth something. It's valuable. There's people who love you and need you. And this is saying that too. As you stand up for yourself, you will find renewed hope. You'll start to heal. You'll grow into things. And one final animal spirit card for the outcome for you. You have to be patient for this too. If you're resonating with this, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how things are. Time for a beginner's mind. Okay, yeah, and we do see that with the Magician. Beginner's mind. And you can look that up. That comes from Buddhist philosophy, having a beginner's mind. That means we have to kind of push back. You know, as we become adults and we learn things, sometimes we become, what's the word I'm looking for? Cynical? Oh, that's not going to work out because XYZ. No, show up like a child. Have a beginner's mind. We have porcupine spirit here, which also speaks to having a certain amount of boundaries, which is also 7 of Wands energy here. Okay, so really protecting that innocent beginner's mind, protecting this hope for a fresh start. And now you get to create maybe things on your own terms. Okay, Leo? So that is what we have for mid-July into August. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you another time.